That's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second down, here's the option.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Throw left side complete. It's Love. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Throwing again, Haskins.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. No gain on the play there. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr.
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're... Not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the carry, it's Love. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested, because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
first and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Buying time to his left. That's to his running back, complete. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 41, Haskins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's good for Washington.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Haskins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 5, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Clyde Edwards-Helaire as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Cowboys 7.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Love. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. First down, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Number 20.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
1st and goal.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 8.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line? And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
That's good.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
The end of the 3rd.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, Haskins got an open man, finds Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And his kick is right through. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
And a Washington offense heading out. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On the pickup. It's second.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
Washington. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. This is Love. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Love again. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd.